The FIDE Grand Swiss ended last weekend. Now it's time to appraise the players and their performances. Let's start at the bottom and move all the way to the top. Bottom tier needs improvement. D. Gukesh, world champion in crisis. Right at the bottom sits the reigning world champion, who has endured one of the most challenging tournaments of his young career. After suffering 3 consecutive losses in rounds 5, 6, and 7, Gukesh's campaign in Samarkand has been a sobering experience. The defeats included a historic loss to 16-year-old Abhimanyu Mishra in round 5, making Mishra the youngest player ever to defeat a reigning world champion in classical chess. Gukesh finally broke his losing streak with a draw in round 8 against Divya Deshmukh, who was rated 300 points lower than him. This performance will no doubt damage his confidence and his claim to the throne. Levon Aronian, the fall from grace. Closely following Gukesh is Levon Aronian. The 43-year-old showed promise through the early rounds, but collapsed dramatically at the end. Such a long tournament requires mental stamina, which Levon found wanting. He was solid through round 7, but then suffered consecutive defeats, including a loss to 14-year-old Yagız Kaan Erdoğmuş in round 8. He finished 84th, scoring 5 out of 11. Aronian's results are disappointing, especially after his great performances earlier this year. Praggnanandhaa, top seed, struggles. Entering as the tournament's top seed, Pragg has failed to live up to expectations in Samarkand. Like his compatriot Gukesh, he suffered a shock defeat in round 5. In round 10, he was beaten by Hans, losing his chance for a podium finish. For someone who has had a great year, this performance is disappointing. Next up, below expectations. Nepomniachtchi, missing sharpness. The 2-time world championship challenger has not found his usual aggressive form in Samarkand. Through the middle rounds, Nepo's play has lacked the tactical sharpness that made him one of the world's elite, resulting in a tournament position well below his seeding. Nepo finished 42nd, and failed to qualify for the candidates through this event. Parham, Maghsoodloo, from leader to disappointment. The Iranian Grandmaster had a tournament of 2 halves. After leading the tournament in the early rounds and looking like a serious contender, Maghsoodloo's campaign fell apart in the second half. Key defeats, including losses to Nihal Sarin in round 7, Vincent Keymer in round 9, and Andy Woodward in round 10, saw him tumble down the standings to the 27th spot. For a player who showed such early promise in this event, the collapse was particularly frustrating. Let's meet the players who met expectations. Arjun Erigaisi, steady but unspectacular. As one of India's top-rated players and the 2nd seed, Arjun has delivered a competent but not spectacular performance. While avoiding major disasters, he hasn't been able to capitalize on the struggles of higher-rated opponents to make a serious bid for tournament victory. Like Pragg, he was also defeated by Matthias in round 7. He came close, but did not make the cut. Alireza Firouzja, consistent contender. Tied for the lead after 10 rounds with 7 out of 10 points, Firouzja has shown the consistency that has marked his rise to the world's elite. Despite his 3rd-round loss against his former compatriot Parham Maghsoodloo, the young French player has avoided major setbacks while gradually climbing the leaderboard. Despite his solid performance, he failed to finish at the top, leaving one last chance to qualify for the candidates. Vincent Keymer, rising star. Another player sharing the lead after round 10, Keymer has demonstrated why he's considered one of Europe's brightest prospects. His solid, principled play has kept him in contention throughout the tournament. After winning the Chennai Open this year and the freestyle event in Germany earlier this year, Keymer has lived up to his prodigy status. His last round draw against Arjun meant both missed out on their chance to qualify. This next 3 performed above expectations. Anish Giri, tournament champion. The Dutch Grandmaster has claimed the biggest prize in Samarkand, winning the FIDE Grand Swiss with 8 out of 11 points. Traditionally known for his solid, sometimes overly cautious play, Giri showed more enterprise and fighting spirit throughout this tournament. His victory not only secures his spot in the next candidate cycle, but proves that his reinvented, more aggressive approach can deliver results at the highest level. This represents a career-defining moment for the 31-year-old. Hans Niemann, letting chess do the talking. Niemann has exceeded expectations with his aggressive, uncompromising play. In a tournament where many favorites have stumbled, the young American has stayed focused on his chess, proving he belongs among the world's elite. Continuing his good run after his 2nd place in Las Vegas, the American's games are likely to get him more invites. He barely missed out this time, but the world is noticing. Nihal Sarin, the speed demon. After sharing the tournament lead following round 7, Nihal has shown remarkable composure. His victory over previous leader Parham Maghsoodloo in round 7 was a statement performance, demonstrating his readiness for the highest level of competition. Despite his loss in round 9, Nihal has shown a brand of chess that was missing from this youngster in earlier events. Nihal crossed the 2,700 mark after his stellar performance. Finally, the final 4 who exceeded all expectations in this event. Abhimanyu Mishra, history maker. The youngest grandmaster in history has made headlines with his fearless play. His round 5 victory over world champion Gukesh not only created history, but announced his arrival as a serious force in elite chess. Playing without the pressure of expectations, Mishra has consistently punched above his weight. This tournament should be a watershed event for Mishra, who has struggled since becoming the youngest GM a few years ago. Woodward, the teenage terror. Before this tournament, the world would not have heard of Woodward. Entering as one of the lowest seeds, ranked 108th with a rating of 2,557, the 15-year-old American has shocked the chess world with his mature, confident play against seasoned grandmasters. Beating veteran grandmasters Aronian in round 9 and Parham in round 10, his performance represents one of the tournament's greatest success stories. Yagız Kaan Erdoğmuş, the Prodigy's statement. At just 14 years old, the Turkish prodigy has made waves with his fearless play against world-class opposition. His round 8 victory over former World Championship candidate Levon Aronian was a statement performance that announced his arrival on the elite stage. As one of the youngest players in the field, Erdoğmuş has shown maturity far beyond his years. The 14-year-old said he was not ready for the candidates yet, but in time, he seems destined to take his place among the world elite.
Matthias Blübaum qualified. With a draw in the last round, the German Grandmaster finished second due to superior tiebreak, thus sealed a spot in the Candidates Tournament 2026. He has combined solid preparation with precise endgame technique to outperform many higher-rated opponents. While Matthias is a seasoned grandmaster, this performance has been his best to date.
The 2025 FIDE Grand Swiss has been one of the most unpredictable tournaments in recent memory, with established stars struggling while young talents seize their moment on the world stage. Let me know in the comments which player surprised you and which ones disappointed you.